Welcome back to the cooking action. This is a more healthy alternative. I have to make do with what I have. I have to make do with the conditions I'm under, being that it's a small kitchen and yada yada yada, and a lack of kitchen tools, equipment. I have to make do with what I have. So this is a healthier alternative to your standard ramen noodles, the one I'm about to show you. Bear in mind, keep in mind, and bear in mind I only have one hand to use while I'm cooking. It's only me. I'm a one-man machine doing this. So I don't have a tripod, and I have to find, like, as you can see, I have to pick where and to choose where to set the camera, prop the camera on, so you guys can get a good viewing idea. Like my video last night I did on my pasta and my macaroni. I prefer to call it macaroni. There was times that it wasn't professional, like you guys couldn't see all the time what I was doing because I'm limited just to one hand and one camera, and that's it. So I don't have a tripod would help me, but I have nothing except my hand and the camera. So just keep that in mind. I have nobody to hold the camera for me. It's just myself. So it's not easy to give you the best angles and views. So and it's a small kitchen, which is a bummer, but maybe in the future I can. You got to start somewhere, and I'm starting somewhere. You got to crawl before you walk. But like I said, I have to make do with what I have. This is a healthier alternative to your regular ramen I'm about to show you, and it's actually kind of healthy too. I'm gonna ditch the seasoning packet, especially for the purpose because I'm trying to stay away from beef or cow products, even milk. Limit the butter intake. I'm trying to cut down on dairy and cheese. But that said, the packet does contain beef extract in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and ditch the seasoning packet, and I'm gonna alternate some other substitutes for it. So I kind of angled it like that. So what I'm going to use today is I'm going to use curry powder. This happens to be organic, and then I'm going to use the noodles in the ramen. But you don't always have to use. It's full of sodium, and they even say on there to minimize the amount of the contents in the packet if you don't prefer a lot of salt. So, but altogether, I'm going to ditch this. I don't need this Oriental flavor. It's chock loaded with sodium and salt and unwanted preservatives and yada yada yada, and I don't need it. So I could do things my own way and be creative. That's what this is about. My own cooking channel and show. So that's gonna happen. And the other thing that's gonna happen is, well, I'm gonna use soy sauce in this. And I'm going to use a secret ingredient when I'm going to share later. So while the water's already heating up in the pan, noticed and realized, I'm sure you guys realize that lately I've been using like this dinky old pan for all my cooking, and that this pan actually comes in handy. It is versatile. You can I'm going to put the light on here. You can actually, this is just an overhead, simple, basic, typical light. Kitchen light attached to the cabinet, but you can use a versatile. Pans like this are versatile. You could use it basically to cook. I worked in a kitchen. I've worked in over 15 kitchens in my life, in restaurants, nursing homes, retirement homes, colleges, big universities, institutions. I've worked in actual restaurants, fast food, Panera Breads, Rooster's Chicken, and the list goes on and on. So I've been in the, been doing this for the past 19-20 years. I've been a dishwasher a lot. I've been doing a lot of different things in the kitchen. I went to cooking school. I took culinary classes midway through. I dropped out of it though, but I've been around a lot of kitchens and things. But anyway, moving forward though, I've worked in one particular kitchen where the chef used a pan at this one particular place to cook his marinara spaghetti sauce in. I thought that was cool. So like I said, these pans, you could do a lot. Grilled cheese, you could do soups in these. You can do saute vegetables. The list goes on. It's limitless. It's endless what you can do with a simple frying pan. You could do a lot of stuff in a frying pan. Just a simple basic $10 or $8 frying pan. You could do a lot. I just wanted to throw that out there and make that known so you guys are aware. This is starting to boil, so at this point I'm going to add a little simple table salt, regular plain salt. Usually that's a staple when it comes to boiling any kind of pasta or rice. You always add salt to your boiling water. Generally speaking, I'll add a little vegetable oil, corn oil, even peanut oil. It just helps the flavor enhancement, and also so that it doesn't cling to the pan. So it's keeps everything happier in the kitchen. I'm going to go ahead and apply these. Sometimes people like to break these up prior to putting them in, but I would just simply just plop it in. Plop. I let it rest. Go ahead and let it rest in there for a little bit. I don't really mess with it right when I put it in. The moment I put it in, I just let it sit there and rest. I'm going to use, you could use tongs. I'm using this, I'm embarrassed. I forgot what they call these. The technical word for it. I usually just call them spaghetti grabbers. I don't know. There's another word for it, but I forgot what they call them. Most kitchens carry these. I'm sure you guys watching have at least one of the sets of these or one of these. I have the heat on in case you're wondering, midway to between medium and high, midway. You could always adjust it to your liking, depending on how quick you want to eat. Starting to loosen up now. I noticed I put a little bit too much water, so you could go ahead and actually, I'm going to take a little, you know what, I'm going to skip that. I was going to reduce the water or extract some water, but yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be a-okay. It's because the water evaporates as it boils anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and raise the heat a little. Join me for part 2.